Abajala mugonda nnyo ne mala ate ne mwefuula alina ssente gwe musawo bezigwawo ate ne mwekyanga abaganda balugera akatanyuma kasenkwale nali manyi nti bya bulimba bwekyatuuka ku ttone ne nkakasa olowooza yegwalasinga naye ndabayo abalala nakowa nabuka era nakyuka genda ewange todda nakowa nze wantawa lwakubeera yala nogenda nabalina lupiya genda ewange todda nakowa nze wantawa lwakubeera yala kati nzifunye okomawo.
I told my brother that I have to make a movie. And then my brother said, no, you cannot do it. By then we admired Chinese art and said, the Chinese have got everything, the Americans have got everything, but we don't have anything, we have nothing. I said, I have to make a movie. This is Remoni Film Productions office, and this is the studio, and the other side serves as my home. So this side is my home, this is my studio, and then this is my wife Harriet, my son Newton Isaac, my daughter Rachel, another daughter. Hey, Gitty. This is Gitty. This is Gitty. Well, I want to turn this area into a film industrial area. That's why I call it Wakaliwood. It's called because the area is called Wakaliga. This all land used to belong to my grandfather, and it was forest. It was man planted. He planted them in the 1940s, and now it is being sold to other people. My first business, I did it here, around here. I used to make bricks. I had to construct my first house out of the bricks I had made, and I had started the business, and my brothers were running it. I could get something to feed us. I was feeling free now. And then I said, no, let me go with my talent. And then my talent I thought was art, and I could bring that art I had in me to films. I started with audio studio while I was studying videos, making videos. Then we made a lot of, superstars.
Okay. How are you?
Nze wanjawala kubeera yala kati nzifunye okomawo abajala mugonda nnyo ne mala ate ne mwefuula alina ssente gwe musawo.
The most difficult thing I thought was, how can I really manage the computers? I first went for a course on computer repair and maintenance. I did it for 1 month, then I got the basics, and then I started teaching myself at home because I had no money to complete the 6 months. It was a 6-month course. I buy motherboards, I buy the processor, and then I buy the power supply, I buy the computer case, and I assemble them myself. Each computer can edit two movies, and it's weak, so I have to build another one. Ramon Film Production, I started it 7 years back when I had got my wife and we had the first born. I named it after Rachel, Monica, Natembo, my grandmothers and my daughter. the two most important ladies in my life. That is my two grandmothers on the father's side and the mother's side. You know, here in Uganda, what I've found out during these 7 years I've been in this movie industry, people really want to see what they live in, their life. They want their life to be put on DVD. They like it very much. If you watch my movies, I always make them in the area where I reside, and that has been a big challenge to many film companies in Uganda. They are always blaming me for that, because it's like they are trying to copy exactly what is done in the Western and what is done in the Bollywood and Hollywood. They want a rich man to be, you know, having a lot of money and things. But here in the ghettos where I grew up, we have got rich men we respect in the ghetto. So for me, I decided to make such movies to show the real life where I live in. If I tell you about me, my father is a Catholic, my mother is a Muslim, my grandfather is a Protestant, so I grew up in a Protestant family. That's why I'm Isaac, Geoffrey, Godfrey. All religions, I'm there. So I don't talk much about religion. I don't talk much about politics because I don't want to you know, discriminate against any. Even my tribe is in Uganda, but I don't talk much about it, because if you look at the actors I'm having here, others are Banyankole, Bagisu, Achiga, Balango. Those are tribes here in Uganda, but we respect each tribe, each religion. I cannot, you know, make a Muslim to act on the butcher or pork butcher or something. So I cannot do that. I grew up in that period of civil wars, of, you know, we used to call them fungua mlango. That means open the door. People could come and, you know, knock the door and tell you to open the door. If they come in, you have to give them whatever they want. They rape people. My grandmother used to keep some money, let's say $1 million shillings, for thieves. Whenever they come, they say, Fungua mlango, open the door. She opens and then say, okay, here's your money, you can't go. Please don't harm us. It's like that. She had a very big burden. Grandfather died. She was now having something like 40 children to look after. All of us had grown up. So she was overwhelmed by the university, school fees. You know, she couldn't even manage to pay for us all. So I don't blame her for that, because our fathers could have done that. Nowadays, there are no civil wars. Though we have opposition, that is okay, because people are using now words to fight. They are no longer using guns. For me, I take it as their guns are used for killing people, but we don't have that anymore. Our children are lucky. They are not going to see that, I don't think. And I pray to God that situation does not come back in Uganda. I'm going to see my grandmother. She doesn't live very far from where I stay. We are very nearby, and that's where I grew up. She taught me a lot. She's a great lady. My grandfather was polygamous. They called polygamous. So he had another wife somewhere. So he was a businessman. He had a shop at Kampala. So he was busy. Though my grandfather was also a good man, he liked us very much. He even gave us this chance of having land in Kampala. But I talk much about my grandmother because she was there always for me.
Kuba ebifaananyi by'Abakabaka ebyamuteesa ebyacwa ayagala nnyo okuba obuntuntu ebyo ebyemizannyo nga teeka banne bazanyezanye bakuba ebifaananyi balagalaga ebintuntu ebyo bityo ebikolebwa.
She taught me a lot. She is a hard-working lady. She is 95 years now, but she's still constructing buildings.
Tuusa lwagenze ng'akula ne batandika okusoma mu nassale. Era kuba mukubi wa bifaananyi nnyo bulungi n'abijja ng'era teewuunyisa lwaki akuba ebifaananyi ekyo. Tuusa lwagenze ng'ajjamu ebintu.
Kikopo olinda ki? Yitawo wano. Ate gwe binika naawe olina akugambe bugambi. Olinda ki? Fukamu. Fuka chai mu kikopo. Lekera oyo.
It was an intrigue with people in the village because so many people referred to him as an insane person because he used to spend so much time in isolation and his social manners were not too good because he spent so much time alone, and surprisingly all the time that he took while in isolation he was drawing pictures.
Ekiseera kyonna kyatuuka nga nze ntambuza kampuni eyo eguruupu eyo eryawaka nze ngitambuza nga sirina zigula kamera ate nakutwala abantu mu ssomero. Olwekyo n'agenda okutuusa mukama lwamuyambye n'alaba omuzeyakisa yenna ayinza okuyamba okufuna ku kamera gy'alina era kyakwewuunyisa kubanga gy'afunye tetuyinza nakugirowooza nti tuyinza okufuna bwe kiti wabula Katonda n'atusaasirana nowuliramu wa kamera ennungi bwekyo otuteewuunya.
In 1980, from childhood, here Ugandans started having local cinemas, but we started with action movies. Chinese movies were all over. We liked Bruce Lee. Action, for me, action is really, it brings joy to me. Because if you watch a movie, action movie, you really looking for the hero at the end of the day.
Action-packed movie.
It's not yet there, but I was just making an experiment, whether I can make the car turn, things of that kind. It's a chroma key. I put this on a chroma key and then I compose it with the background. The real car is there, and then I got a model of that same car, so that I'm trying to make it turn with somebody inside it. I learn by myself. I just think of something and then I do it. Oh, it's off. And that's because of power. That is the big problem we are having. For us, we are using electricity because you cannot edit without electricity. You cannot shoot because you have to charge the batteries for the camera. So it's like that. Then that's why I decided to get an inverter so that I charge the battery, so that at night at least I have some extra 2 hours of working. That's when the whole area is shaded off. So it's like that. Linda, get it? Get it? She's asking for that mouse. Get it? Get it? Get it? I lost the movie I had finished, and that movie was called Tebatu Sasula. I had finished it, and then electricity burnt everything, and then I lost the movie. And even up to now, I have not. That is 1 year, maybe 1.5 years ago, and I've lost appetite to continue with that movie. I'm looking forward to bring it, but I lost the appetite because I had finished everything. The movie becomes part of you. So if you lose it, it's like you have lost someone.
Tebatu Sasula, coming soon. Raymond Film Production. We do the best to stand. Your #1 film company in Uganda. You American son of the bitch.
You can see a trailer on the internet. People have seen that on the internet. It has something like 1.7 million views on the internet, I think, right now. I can see it's basically the views come from Denmark, Sweden, and Brazil and USA. You can check on the internet for the fashion, and then you make your own. I'm about to finish it. I'm going to put here a hole and then fix it here so that it can be tight, so that I can put a camera here and then start turning like this. It can give me helio view. And I normally do this research during time when I don't have power, like now. I don't have power, so that's when I do search.
No lete ule maji unyenge jetamba.
There's a gun as well. Negubera flat on the ground. But that's a job expendable back around. Here the other will be. Arugari kalungi ya.
Muyola mwalali. Wawoni akasinga eyo. Yati sent.
Oh!
This is our first stand for the camera. This is where you used to put the camera, and then you could pan, tilt. Some of the guns we used in Captain Alex and rescue team. Here is the machine gun, and you can see the blades. We make them ourselves. I got the picture of this from the internet, and then I had to draw it again and then take it to someone who can weld. I'm going to kill you! Yeah! This one was used in a Gini Kuchalo as a rocket launcher. There's this one. It was used in Captain Alex, remember? This one, Dauda made this himself. So he welded it and then everything.
This is a bomb. It's a bullet here. When it goes,
boom. I remember the day we approached the police for help that we could use the toy guns and their uniforms, and we were asking if we could at least use the other stuff, logistics, and like the choppers and everything. And then they said, no, Uganda is not there. It's not yet there.
hello, ntuse mu Kampala. Target confirmed.
I first made that small trailer. It was a small trailer just to convince them that I need them. I need the equipment for the movie. When I reached his office, he gave me his chair and said, you sit here. And then I sat. I was afraid then to sit in, to give me his chair. He then asked me, do you know that I'm educated? And I said, yes, I know. Do you know that I drove to Rubaga to see whether the church is still there? In Uganda, really people believe in magic. When they first watched my movies, they liked that, the magic part of it. And that is common here, you know. So many women, especially women, they called me and they wanted me to direct them to the witch that gave me that charm. And in fact, I didn't want also to reveal the secret behind it. So I could tell them, no, I'm not going to direct you to the doctors, because I didn't want to reveal my secret behind, that is editing. So it was interesting. For those who know about, editing a little bit, they say it's camera trick. Here they claim that whites have got that camera trick thing, but they don't think that we do have it here. But we have it. I think it has been here for so long, but it's in the know-how. It's the know-how that has been lacking here. But that's what we have also put on the platform now. I think everyone is going to change from thinking that it cannot be done here. Even the audience is now believing that we can do it. The actors, the directors have really congratulated me for that. I've seen them congratulating me for that you have, put us some step ahead. Transformed our movie from theater to real movie world. Really, I like that. They really give us courage. I have a style. I'm trying to teach my own style to the people. I have the Kung Fu guys, they are good. What I do, I give them what I really want, and then they add in the techniques they have. And sometimes I have to say, no, this kick is not unique. Then let us do something unique, because people like unique things. Our audience does not like a kick that can be easily done. They don't like straight kicks.
I'm called Chiza Mansour. I'm a Kung Fu man. I'm professional in martial arts. I had a dream, Kung Fu, to become fit, as well as you see, I'm a fighter, but I need to add on more so that I can at least become the world champion fighter. So that is what we call martial arts here in Africa. We normally use the real things.
Rescuing was another version that, because we had included a Chinese in that movie, when we released the advert, people were saying, no, this can't be done here. Where did you get the Chinese? And they thought that someone, we had to put a mask on someone to act like a Chinese, which wasn't, because they're used to the drama, the stage theater, whatever drama, where they tint hair for an old man. So they thought that we had used the same trick of masking somebody to act as a Chinese. Really, it was a Chinese. Out of the 6 billion Chinese, how can we fail to get one Chinese to act in our movies? So, it was amazing that they never believed until they watched the movie.
At first we were using blood.
The real one from animals.
From
cows,
from
goats.
cow, mostly from cow. We discovered that it discusses the actors.
We had to take antibiotics, so it was dangerous. Some days we fell sick.
We discovered this because this is food.
Yeah.
They mix it with in juice.
So even if you happen to swallow this one and it goes down the stomach, you cannot get sick.
Tekunja Miti, that is the cannibal, is based on a true story. Even people nowadays in Bukunja still eat fresh. People, if you ever go there, be careful. They can eat you.
I'm a cannibal. Really, I'm a cannibal. Yeah. I eat fresh.
We choose a topic and someone act for us how he feels about it. Now, Francis is going to act for us. A mad person is going to do it his way, the way he thinks.
Mama, 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 ooh, ooh, mama, mama.
When someone interested in acting calls me, because here we don't have schools for actors and actresses. What I would do is, what I normally do, I tell, because what they normally say, they say that, for me I can do this, I can act, I can do this, and I say, no, you cannot. For us, we don't want those who can, but we want those who want.
Nze kyembadde nzannya mbadde ndaga nti omulalu buli lwatuuka ku muntu yenna ateekwa kwesiba ku ekyo kyamulabako wankubadde newankuba abadde atambula gage nga talina kyamusuubiramu naye bw'akulaba
kikyasinga okwagala mukyo sikitegere tukola kiri ekiri mu gundi
Mukayo
Kisoto! Kulia! Where are you going?
You are the one. Why are you running if you are not the one? Yes, sir. Chinamala onsi. Chaku byokubeta nange empye. Bwekigwira abantu ne bwekiroopa tewali kye bakikolera.
Mulaba, jango, jango.
If you ever will watch the movie that I'm working on right now. It's going to be called Black. It is going to show the living, the way we are living in these suburbs of the city and the slum areas, the poor, corruption and everything is going to be in that movie, because I'm going to show the world the type of, the kind of life we enjoy, what we grew up in. So it's called the ghetto life, but it's, it's good, it's good, and it's, hostile.
What am I going to start? Yeah? Yeah. You may out.
Yogera nomeda gamba nze nyumiza ngogamba nze bawo bwera wenye ngogamba gamba damu jaji
jaja ali mulwadde anko najja namba ntumweru agamu si mwana waabwe yasile musayi gwabwe abantu basule kasasiro naba nga bagenda kunfera kasasiro n'ebiruka ensi.
People say that movies, create violence in children, but I haven't seen violence in them, because at least they know now. It's like they know the secrets behind the movies. They know that people don't die there, but they pretend. Because it's obvious, because if, let's say, we've been watching movies all over, and you can see 3 movies, one person is dying in each movie. So how can you say that it creates violence? Unless the child is not, is not being brainwashed about it. But I think it's obvious that it doesn't create violence, because they have not been violent, but they like it for fun. They like it for fun. And nowadays they know that they have to be behind me. They have to, they watch, they like it.
Okimanyi nti ffe abantu b'omu ghetto bano tebatubala mu magezi wadde. Simanyi naye ova mu ghetto.
Ebyange nga biwanvu.
Kino ate bakiggyeewo.
Ekyo kinyugunya bakiggyeeyo ku bitaala.
Kiba kinkolera.
Naye ebyange byonna bandeeta wano nga nali naakava n'okuzaala. Mwana wange namuleka alina olunaku lumu. Simanyi oba gyekali oba kaafa, simanyi. kale maziva muzeeyi wange musajja mugagga naye kale simanyi omwana wange.
Tokaaba.
I'm a movie star. I am a movie star. I'm a killer. What?
I'm as bad as gold.
He's lying. You are my
I coach here.
When do
You can see the hand. You can see it. I'm more fit than. You can. You see, I train her to become fit. She makes 180. She can kick. You're right. I've had a Gorilla Moses. Bad guy. I'm done training her. I just train her.
Don't act a little piece of black.
Mugane itawo tugende. Bane mwana wange weza katawo kyagamba. Jamu tugende waka.
Bono kugira mu. Bagambye. Bagenda upamunyo bino ubegabika. Ba sign off. Itawo tugende. Mugane itawo tugende.
Tata wayogera oyagala munyoma oyagala kunswaza muntu wako.
Otubo bukola. Kati osigala wano lwaki oyagala okusigala wano?
Bwe baba basulula medi nange njagala baba bamusibye nange bansire sijja.
Ogambye ki?
Bane dad sokoje.
The first actors I had, I taught them as teachers.
Tolina kubeera eno. Mundu.
The most difficult thing with action movies is that you cannot rehearse some of the things. You don't have to rehearse, but you have them in mind. I'd invested somewhere. I have got rooms there I rent, and the schools. So after 7 years I've been in this, I get money from there and then I put it in this. And I've not got any from the films yet, but I hope to.
I may say that I need a phone. And he says, no, we have to first buy computer. Then I said, no problem, because I know that it's our future. Making films, and it's his dream. So I can't argue with that.
In fact, here we have volunteers only at Raymond Film Production, about 100 people, I think. That's what we're doing, because the industry is not yet paying. Even the actors, sometimes they can even contribute because they transport themselves. That's great. That is also something. They, feed themselves during the shootings and what have you.
You can be given a part in a certain movie where you need to be very well costuming.
Makeup, costumes, transport, let me say, feeding yourself, those kind of stuff. You have to invest in yourself. But we don't mind because we need that thing. We know someday, one time, when time comes, it will be profitable and we'll gain.
For us here in Uganda, we do make movies and we sell them ourselves. The producers are the ones who are selling movies to the people because there are no ready distributors. Tezisulayo fena tulina okukomawo Zisula wano bw'oba ziganya okuggwawo okomawo nezisula wano awaffe nga bulijjo. Ekyokubiri tujja kutundira ku 3,000 tetukka wansi wa 3 kuba tukwataganya tusobole okufunako ebitaano kuba ag'amazima kiri nti DVD ziri waggulu bwe tugeza ntundira ku sinya 2,000 kijja tukosa era kyova kyezo tubadde tuzireservinze zibeerewo ko nga tetwagala tufune obuzibu nti omuntu ayinza okujja wano n'atusabayo kopi nga tetulinaawo temufaayo bwe ziba zikomyewo bwe tuba tugize bwe buzibu bwe tusanga naffe ngera bamubimanyi ensi etegeere tusanga obuzibu oli bwakuvuma kiki kyetubye twagala ebyo anaasinga okutunda katonda atusaasire mu bwane buli mwawe ate ng'amalawo obukopi obwo
anti wadde bagamba nti singa abali mu tishati bokka nti ne bwe bafunye engeri gezigiyikola
era bwe tujja nezokukola abali babe tujja bagabira ezibuuzi
Watu majek watu muterev nagabe action pact komano mugeresas rescue team akomrembe kaka no muterev nagabe tandikide Wakaliwood na tete chuba rescue team akomrembe gekazanyirwa wabula kumurundi kuno tuka kutusizako 13 zokka rescue team singalo nagabe kitabo
eze mpero zifubula kufuka abakero kuira wano kubaraza ro tufunawo tukera wano kubaraza
baba bali temulina
oyo yapafuka
ngamulabye n'abalwadde
bane mwebali omulimu basabye atafuka akola bukozi
tukuwerako contact numbers zonna zibeerako firimu ebeera yakabi nnyo singa obeera gituttewo kina uganda kyofunamu ekyokuyiga
wama tolinamu yadde kasente awo
semusu semusu nzanye bungi obulala bunoonye wonna wogula firimu bagambe bakuwe ebina uganda byokka tutandika okuwagira bannange bannaye mwe bali kuwagira tweyanza nnyo obuwagisi
You know, my Uruguayan is not very nice.
There is subtitles on it.
Down there.
Yeah.
But I cannot be watching and reading those things down there.
The last season has been the worst season for us because of electricity. We could go to remote areas and then people ask us, how can we watch your movies? Where should we? We don't have electricity. Why do you bring them? In fact, some wanted even to stone us. You could find people, they are very, annoyed about that because nowadays in towns, people depend on electricity. So you might find someone who has spent a week without working. Let's say a welder might have spent a week, and then you are showing him a DVD. So he's annoyed already, and the way he chases you.
Abajala mugonda nnyo ne mala ate ne mwefuula alina sente gwe musawo bezigwawo ate ne mwekyanga
nali munnamagye nga nkongere nkuba ekikonde nkubaddeko enkuba bulo nkubatayi bituwe sikoba nti ndi munene siri fiti naye ndi fiti okubakalakano nengweri kasigala kasatu nenankalabako obugande naye bonna
Ndugu, I'm asking you, how good is it?
It's good.
No, how good? Otherwise, I would have asked you how bad.
Even I can't say, because it's my best movie. These are the copies I have sold on Rescue Team just in 1 month. 1,777 copies. Mukiwato ngokyo yiyingirize mu lugooto bamuliiga ddi okuyiga nyiga linga
nakudanyiga neliso nelimyuka
kanywa mugule
Wano wetu. Tegwe.
Hizo kwatika.
Tabulungi kyetaaga bano abeera bamulaba bamanyi byakola black bad.
Mwana muze nga omanyi abayaye anti jjo mwatunywedeko erya omuzungu n'abala sali abala sigala n'omuleeta ng'aliko firuta wano lwe luyomba olutagwawo baagala okutwali firuta soke tugende twogeremu ye mugagga firimu bagiyita braka tuli mu Uganda Africa VJM nga bulijjo omuzungu anaziga ati bijja kulinda twalanyana bikire babukako okutuba ayidide amanya kikomando yatukira ku muntu nene ezo nozibaddewo neyakwata yino wulira muliro sikia alo saakumanyira bafumbira ku lubalaza tebeka dorosi mujja kumpa ebyange
Wano wetu.
Tutwazanya darudu mwana agoje mtotambuze sibye njagala utegere sagala mubuke sagala mukole ki njagala muzanye game yammwe oli wagira bwati oli waja otegere mwenanga musoka musirika muti otegere chichimu kayimuteke okay where are you now my interest now is the punch. I'm focusing on the punch. You have to punch him and then pull it. I know one, just one pull it and then ugambe directing omusajja ono ngeri gyamugenda okukolamu.
That he's coming like this. If you come, there's somebody here. Yeah. He's hiding. Okay. He's going to beat me. Yeah. That's great. If you reach here,
omubuuza oyagala ki eno mwatutama busajja mmwe kiki bwe kitwe simazina getolo katokwegala kubanga nsina amazina getolo sija tuliko
sikatemba okuba
omusikatemba kumbano bakitwaze kumaona kyaunayo
kuba manya wa mulize dda omwetegekedde mukuba ate omuweweetako vai katibu yangu bakambe baji bakola nti
Mubaleke. Kiki ekikasukona eri kyekibaleetwala eri kiki otegeera kyendowooza nti gwe gundi oyinza okujja wano bwe wanyuse wano gwenoga kiki kyogamba kakati gwe n'olumba kanogamutumanyiira ekyangu yasibasa nga muyitana awisat tula wansi kozanyeni acha
akavubuka kaliwo akabadde wano kaliwo naye bannange twabako abantu mweera kunyala
ndi mukazi munaku nze taata nze maama nze jjajja nze ssenga katonda wange nze ndabye
kati
kali gwe kireke gwe wawakati ta gwe ta
Peter, wachanjagala kati yange ejja kubeera wano nga bamaze okusindika oli agenze kati wegenda okubeera nga gundi bukenyaze ati nga nona asembera nadduka nze keti yange ogenda okuba ngenda kugenda n'oli Wendako, yogerera wamusosi temulwana, eno si gundi, toli ku kituuti. Naye maama. Sebo mugalabu waliwo aguze. Achani!
Niba nanga kana kaliwo kalesewa yaba kage twabakowa abantu bamwala twabatowa walisali rutawa nanga abana bakingana wana abaketo abana ne bazi
Kati bayi batugobye Superstar Superstar.
My dream. I want to be a superstar in editing. Superstar in editing movies. I want my movies to boom. You know.
Boom boom. Boom boom.
Cause it's my dream too.
When I'm editing, I have to consult her. You know, I really need opinions. I trust her. That is, if it comes to spellings, she's the best. She's the best.
Muzanye. Aha, namukuba atya?
Okay, mugambe nja mukuba. Okay? He likes dresses. It's like that. Aganye kugwa.
Sometimes we have differences in editing, but at the end, we come to an agreement and we see what's better.
Ramon Film Productions presents the best of the best movies. The best movies.
Have you ever heard of Body Blacker? Now it's time for real story. Body Black. Black. Watch out for Black. Now on coming soon. One of the best Ugandan action actors. Uganda, Wakaliwood, Natete. It's time to believe the unbelievable. The action is gonna stop. Have you ever heard of Body Black? Now it's time to watch the story on the movie Black. Ramon Film Production created Black. Coming soon. Nani stop the Kixi. Never underestimate the ghetto people.
That is black.
Black? You are about to watch the first American actor in Ugandan action movies. But the white guy is serious, more serious than ever. Aranisari, one of the best American African movie. Now we are bringing you Black, Body Black.
This is Black.
Coming soon.
Wakaliwood, the best of the best movies. Do not miss Black.
This is not a joking subject, my dear.
Vayo. Holiday is here. I'm a gift from God. You people should be clapping yourself. You have to translate a movie as if you were in it. As if you translate a movie as if you were in it, that watching everything going on. It's like acting a drama in a theater.
As you know, Uganda, the majority does not speak English. We are not that much educated. We are not very good at literature, you know. So it's the VJ now narrating the movies into Uganda. It was a very big challenge because, you know, we found that most people liked Western and Nollywood movies. We made our movies and they were not going anywhere.
This man discovered the problem where it was.
What we did is to bring them to the VJs and try that, and it worked.
Yeah.
Yes, okay, tutandika mutandisa tena te. Wakaliwood film production echaditandikwa. So you can read the film nyingi zogera ku Black. Eno tugenda banga tugitandika okusobola okumanya bice ebisinga ku Black, film bagiyita Black. Baba chalia gwe. Ogenda okulengera omuwala kiki kyaliko kino. Kikyebewuunya.
It was in Uganda. But people, they wanted to translate this thing. Even the actors were there. But they are watching, making noise as if they haven't seen it.
You see me always laughing because I like what he's doing. And not me only, but even the people.
Do you know her? I met her, yes.
That's how he came in existence. People started to know him. that people started asking, instead of asking for Nollywood movies, Nigerian movies, they have dropped off those Nigerian movies. These days they don't work too much as they were working. Because of the Ugandan movies, they have covered the percentage of Nollywood movies. It's not only poor people, it's not only for poor people. People, they normally ask for translated movies. If you go to town, even in the town, the Kampala, you'll find yourself all the shops for movies, 80% for translated movies.
What I know.
So it's not for wealthy people, all poor, it's for all.
I'm like you. I'm like you. Hey, even when I want I'm called Ernest Serunya. Yeah, the Uganda film actor. Do you like my movies?
Yes!
Eh?
Yes!
Like which movie? Do you like? These are your movies. Eh? You have to tell your friends to watch the Ugandan movies. We are doing the best for you, Ugandans. You should be proud of the local movies. Don't just watch Ramon movies only. You watch each and every local movie you find out. Okay? You go and ask those movies from different libraries. You say, no, I don't want Western movies. You give me our local movies, the Ugandan movies. You see how Ugandans we can.
Yes.
We can.
Yes.
You say we can.
We can.
We can.
We can.
We can.
We can.
Yeah, yes we can.
Yes, we can.
Why not? Eh? If Americans can make action movie, why not Ugandans?
My father is there, so I don't want to talk about him more because he has not been in my life. So I don't want to know more about that. So my mother is there. I don't want to speak more about her because she is married to someone. She has got 13 children there. I'm the 14th. So since she left me at the age of breastfeeding, we are friends, but I don't want to speak more about her. She told me she was young by the time I was born. When she got pregnant, she was very young, maybe then like 14 years or 13, I don't know.
I came with an opinion of being actor, but when I came to Mr. Nabwana IGG, he showed me and exposed me whatever lure in the film industry, and really I got interested in editing. He told me later again, and he told me that being also an editor while writing is very good.
Nabwana IGG is my good director. I like him so much because I have been always, since back in secondary, I was writing scripts, but having no knowledge about them, that maybe I could do it like this, or you could make films from them.
Apart from him being like a parent, you know, for me, I grew up with a single mother. I never had a chance of being loved by my father. I grew up with my mother. But Mr. Nabwana showed me everything. Because for me, I never went in any school that I'm learning filming, no. But I can shoot.
In fact, what I like about Ramon, this is a company. In fact, it's a company, the company doesn't deny anyone. It's like, even if you've just come yesterday, you can act. They are social. In fact, the director is a social man. Yeah. He's social as in interacting with people, the way he does his work. Yeah, he's a good man. He's a good man. That's what I can talk about him. And in fact, on top of all that, he's a parent. Yeah. Because this is someone who can, you know how parents do with their children. Yeah, that's the picture I see him in. He's a caring man.
We that search for the future, we do the best to stand, one for all and all for one, achieve the goal or die trying. Let us work together, God with us. United we stand, divided we fall.
You have a talent, I have a talent, we have talents, everybody's talented. You have a talent, I have a talent, we have talents, everybody's talented. Everyone be a talent, we are so unfair. When trials come your way, temptation bring your way, you seem to inspire, refrain and turn away. When moments so calm, when all the joy is gone, life becomes so hard and darkness covers you. Oh, stop and call upon God's name. You have a talent, you have a talent, we have talent, everybody's talented. Oh, you have a talent, I have a talent, we have talent, everybody's talented. My brothers, sisters, when you have a talent, tujisolilanga, tujikozese bukozesa, like musicians, mujikozesenga. Oh, nafa bazanyi bafirimu tujikozese jala jala. Oh, we have a talent, I have a talent, we have talent, everybody's talented. You have a talent, I have a talent, we have talent, everybody's talented.
When I Charlie, omwana naddala omuto nayagala nnyo nze okubeera firimu star. Laba kati nkuze era ndi firimu star. Kigambo talenti wallahi kyava mu buto.
You have a talent, I have a talent, we have talent, everybody's talented. You have a talent, I have a talent, we have talent, everybody's talented.
Talent, talent,
everybody's talented.
Linda Tarata is a state. Linda Tarata is a state.